We are back here at the Audium Sports and Expo Center in Villa Park, Illinois. As we start the second half, the sustained lead 21-11. I'm Thomas Gibbons, 29-11. I'm Thomas Gibbons, along with my partner, Joe Pecoraro. Joe, what are your keys to the second half?
Well, obviously, the Blitz, need to play better defense. The Blitz has had a tradition of playing very tough, stout defense. And for some reason, these past two games against Sting speed and their athleticism has taken advantage of the Blitz's raw power. And if the Blitz are going to get back in this game, they really need to get back to their defense.
The Blitz also need a big half from quarterback Dominic Bank.
Definitely. Their quarterback, Tommy Kudaba, was injured in the last week's game. He had a broken forearm and is out for this game and potentially for the next few weeks. So they need to make something work on offense. Because even though defense wins championships, you need an offense to win some ball games.
Ryan Pascasio also needs another big half. He's usually a big supporter of this big contributor to this Blitz offense.
Yeah, for some reason, the Sting have really
must have their eye on him a lot.
Yeah, they've really managed to slow down Pascasio, and for a good reason. I mean, Kudaba's out, so they don't really need to worry about that passing game because Dominic Banks only one offensive right. Yeah. I mean, the penalties, they've been very low, but you can definitely tell there's a rivalry between these two offenses.
You got a red round?
They should be a little aggravated. Their starting quarterback got hurt.
That's very true. That's very
true. The number is 124 965 124.
The teams are breaking off from the ball. The second half will begin momentarily.
Red round, and that number. Go to the corner, right where
the Blitz will receive the second half kickoff. Down 29-11.
Go ahead and pick it up.
Pascasio, he is huddling the team together, the Blitz together, hopefully boosting their morale. And if you think about it, Coach Oliver, the head coach for the Chicago Blitz, I wonder what he was talking about in the locker room. Do you think he was more
I think it's trying to pump the guys up, get Banks some confidence and just go out there and strong second half because they need this to get back in this game.
All right.
All right, here we go. Get on your feet for the second half.
And their kicker was Saginaw number 22, Joshua McIntosh, will be kicking off. And it knocks out a light on the ceiling. Looks like Robbie Gold out there.
I'd say so.
And the Chicago Blitz will be taking over on 20-yard line. Banks leads the Blitz out there.
I think if Banks just takes his time, steps back, it's good protection like he did in the first half, he'll do fine.
The Blitz break out of the huddle. They're out in a 3-wide set. Number 1, number 11 going in motion. And draw. And caught by number 11 from the Blitz, who makes some moves and is eventually tackled by Saginaw's number 6. But not before number 11 from the Blitz goes all the way down to inside the 15-yard line.
Great start for the Blitz here. Just got to keep it rolling. Get a quick score here. Put it right back in business.
David Brown on that reception for the game. And Dominic Banks tries the speed option, but fails.
Looks like a broken play. Might have been a little confusion in the backfield.
And Coach Oliver is telling Dominic Banks the play. Goes back to the huddle.
2nd and 12 on 13. Man, I can't get over that the green that Ryan's supporting back there, man.
Snap to Bank, and a nice ball, and incomplete pass by number 2, Brian Booby Miles. Looked like that was going to be caught.
Good ball from Banks, just couldn't hold on.
You can really tell that the Sting are keying in on those runs, considering that Banks is a dual threat and Piscasio has been a vital part of the Blitz offense for quite some time.
But he's been a no-show so far today. Hopefully they can get some. They need big production out of him. He is a big part of this offense. There was a false start on the Blitz. Penalty declined.
That pushes.
That keeps them where they are.
Which results. Oh, apologize. The flag was an illegal procedure on the Blitz, which moves them back to their Saginaw 15. Snap to Bank. And it is just thrown away, and it appears that Saginaw might be having a penalty here for a late hit on Banks. Might be number 64.
He hit him at least 2 or 3 seconds after that ball was out of his hand.
Eric Grimm, the 6'6", 300-pounder from Joliet College.
From right around here.
And for some reason they're moving the chains. Oh, it is first and goal for the Blitz. It looks like there was some morale boosting for the Blitz.
Gotta punch it in. Maybe look for the option or scramble. He's been getting good protection.
This is where Piscasio usually does his best work inside the red zone. Snap to Banks. And without a doubt, a face mask from number 64, who will be his second consecutive penalty.
Face mask or horsepower, but that was definitely give the Blitz.
We'll wait for the official call from the ref. The refs start talking it out, and Grimm from Saginaw, who's committed 2 penalties, is now exiting the game and appears to be subbed in, but from number 52. Number 52 is going in for number 64 from Saginaw.
If the Blitz score, and they have him to thank.
And play clock starts again, 12:42 left in the third quarter. 2 in motion, 2 and 11 are in motion, and a pitch to Steve Piscasio. Is he in? And no, just short of the goal line. As it appears that they will go second and goal from the Saginaw 2-yard line. This is a big series for the Blitz.
And they just has 12 minutes left in the third quarter.
Snap, pitch, and a very low hit from number 12 from Saginaw, CJ Tarver, who had a great game on offense and had a very big hit on Piscasio on defense.
But yet another yellow flag has hit the turf here.
If you think about it, Ed, we were just talking about how there weren't many flags in the first half, but now, I mean,
now they're all going in the Blitz flavor.
I mean, this entire series has essentially been the Blitz getting flagged, or the Saginaw getting flagged,
getting 3 yards.
Yeah, I mean, the Blitz have only
Just a reminder, after the game, Loomis on the field to meet the players and the coaches and the Blitz masters. After that, Terry Pizza to supply the team food for
home game for the Chicago Blitz. It's going to be May 16th.
On the field after the game, right here in the Odeum.
Against the Atlanta Sharks in an interdivisional matchup at 7 o'clock p.m. here at the Odeum Expo Center.
It's 80s night. How fun's that going to be, Joe?
Oh, that's going to be a blast. Snap to Banks. And
Scramble.
drop by C.J. Carver for the pick. It would have been a touchback.
He seems to be one of their main defensive players. He is all over the place.
You know, I was reading a story on him on the Saginaw Sting website, and saying he was getting some scouts from the Canadian Football League, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Carver, DB, wide receiver, 5'8", 162 from Hudson Valley.
Little small, but definitely,
Small but mighty.
it definitely does not lack talent.
It's 3rd and goal for the Blitz, looking to punch it in here.
Watch for Pascasio. And gets wrapped up by 64. Kyle Grimm.
No penalty.
Eric
No
Grimm.
penalty this time.
No penalty from Eric Grimm. That's been a problem for him this half. Harshbarger is staying off the field, and it looks like they're going to be going for the touchdown. They need to at this point. They're down by, I'm not really good at math, Thomas, to just lend a hand here if you prefer math skills.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Winston.
29-11. And a big play. They have 2 wide. 2 and 11 are going to motion. 1 is staying. Banks gets the snap. He throws. And wide open number 2, Brian Booby Miles on the left outside corner of the end zone. And the Blitz are back in business. 29-17. Number 13 for the Blitz is Mitchell Moore, and he is warming up right now. We don't know what he's really doing. And
Good protection from the O-line led to that score, like they've been doing all game so far.
We see Harshbarger kicking. Brian Pascasio is holding. And and a movement from number 66 for the Blitz. And they're calling that on Saginaw, it looks like. Encroachment on Saginaw. That's going to move them up, and that means they're taking Harshbarger off the field. The Blitz are going for 2.
Looks like the Blitz went offside there. Got lucky.
The Blitz,
yet another flag by the Stain.
The Blitz
Stain are killing themselves here.
The Blitz
are taking
a
advantage.
lucky break. Number 66 is going to play center. And so they go for an I formation. 1's on, 11 and 2 are split. And it is incomplete. The Blitz fails to convert for 2. 29-17. Chicago Blitz are down against the Saginaw Sting with 9:08 left in the third. You are watching AIF Indoor Football right here on the Internet Digital Sports Network.
Remember to like, Blitz and the Stain on Facebook and follow them on Twitter for team updates. If you couldn't hear my colleague Thomas Gibbons, make sure you follow both the Chicago Blitz and the Saginaw Sting on Facebook and Twitter. Sorry for that little camera mishap right there. Some quick stats of the game. The Blitz have 8 first downs. The Stain have 7. Saginaw is killing in the yards per play category. 4.1 of the Blitz, 2.9. Got to pick that up for the second half.
Carter kicks it to Carver. And Carver's got some moves. He dodges a tackle. Dodges another tackle. And Carver makes it across midfield all the way to the Blitz 20-yard line. Continuing on those stats, if you look at them, the rushing yards for both teams is pretty lackluster. Saginaw has 4 rushes for 4 yards, and the Blitz have 13 rushes for -2 yards.
I think that's going to be a big factor. Got to pick that up. Blitz can easily win the game once they get those rush yards back up.
The Blitz start off on offense. Carter goes in motion, snap, and deflected by number 24, Chris Muhammad. Pass intended for number 18 from Saginaw. Second and 10 for the Saginaw Sting. And a touch from number 7 from the Saginaw Sting, Alex Evans. Tackle made by number 21, Calvin Gantu.
Blitz got to hunker down defensively. They're letting this thing go all over them.
Let me hear you, Blitz fans. Defense!
Blitz fans trying to get some energy in this arena.
Snap. And touchdown, Saginaw. Number 7, Alex Evans on the touchdown catch. Number 9, A.J. McKenna.
Looks like the corner bit on the fake, and he could just never recover to the wide receiver.
That's a bet. You know, their wide receivers are so quick, and
Surprised Wilson Sharper who caught that ball.
definitely. McIntosh is on the kick. Hold, kick is up, and kick is good. And a fan is walking away with football. 36-17. The Blitz are down. You are watching AIF Indoor Football right here on the Internet Digital Sports Network.
Midwest Georgia Phoenix is not only the team position for the White Sox and the Bulls, they're also the Chicago Blitz team position. Visit Midwest Ortho for an office near you. Midwest Georgia Phoenix at Rush, the official team positions of the Chicago Blitz.
And McIntosh is picking off. Number 5, C.J. Woodford is back to return for the Blitz. And once again hits the rafters. He has a leg on him.
Wonder if the Blitz will ever get an opportunity to return one back.
You know, you can't say it's bad things. It gets them a great field position, which starts off at their own. The Blitz are starting off at their own 20-yard line. Coach Oliver from the Blitz.
Maybe try and get the ball to Piscasio a little bit, see what he can do.
In fact, Piscasio is actually out of the game right now. 1 and 11 are in motion. Banks throws, and number 11 drops the ball. Number 11, David Brown, who's had a very good game today.
I think he gave up on that play. Could have drove out for that ball.
Second and 10 for the Chicago Blitz. 1 and 11 are on the line as 2 goes in motion. 14, Banks. And a joint sack from number 5, Edison Mujad. And another Sting player. As it is now 3rd and 13 on the Blitz 17-yard line.
Bad protection from the Blitz line. Don't know what's going on. They usually have good protection all first half.
The Blitz have got to do something if they are going to cut down this lead a little bit. Number 2, Miles and Hughes are Hughes is on the line. Hughes is in motion. Miles is in motion. And Miles in for the touchdown for the Blitz. Thanks for low pass, but nothing is too low for Brian Booby Miles. As he gets the ball off the ground, takes it into the house for a Chicago Blitz touchdown. And it appears they're going for 2 again.
Go off blocking, old school football. Get your card.
And they're going for a 2-point conversion.
4 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Banks gets the snap. And Banks throws it. And in and out of the hands of number 11 for the Blitz, David Brown.
Casio was not on the field during that whole drive.
Hope he's okay. He has his helmet off right now. And he might have been shaken up a few plays ago. We can't say when he was.
Hero of America provides
23-36. You can't help but wonder how the Blitz they need to start taking advantage of touchdowns. They did 2 2-point conversions on 2 touchdowns, and that would have been meant a 27-36 lead as compared to a 23-36 lead. Now, Harshbarger, we've seen very little action today, will be kicking off. Tarver and number 1 are back to receive. And the kick by Harshbarger to number 1, Braylon Crawford, who makes the move and is slammed into the wall by number 21, the Calvin Gant Jr., the University of Miami, Florida product.
Really did not hit the ceiling.
Coming up back to the third quarter before the fourth quarter. One more performance by yours.
Tarver has 5 receptions for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Alex Evans has 2 receptions, 2 for 20 yards and 1 touchdown.
Daryl Gooden for the spin has 2 catches for 42 yards and a touchdown. His longest is 25 yards.
And it appears they are moving back. Possibly another penalty by the Sting. A snap by McKinnon, caught by number 20, and is slammed into the boards. Sean Hayes on that one.
The Sting was complaining, thought it was a late hit. That's called nothing. Second down.
You have to appreciate the fact that the refs are letting the boys play out there. You have to really appreciate that. McKinnon, back quarterback, puts number 18 in motion. Snap. Catch by Evans. And he is taken down by a bevy of Blitz players, led by number 19, Ron Harrington, who had a great game the last Blitz game against the Buffalo Lightning.
Blitz got to find a way to get a turnover here, or they're never going to get back in this game.
My apologies to Cleveland Saints for their last game.
1:45 left in the third quarter.
Number 18 goes in motion, and a handoff to number 20, who is decked by number 13, Mitchell Moore, who had a deck on the play. Number 20 was next to the Sting. And it is second.
Let's get stop here. Let's hear you, Blitz.
Some energy is getting into this crowd today. Ball to the 20-yard line. Draw, 12, Carver bobbles the pass and goes nowhere. Carver looking for a face mask and did a little too much talking. The refs are not having any of that, as Gant is getting called for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Carver hit Calvin Gant Jr. with the football to his helmet.
Our apologies. Face mask. The Sting's assistant coach manages to persuade the referee to call a face mask on number 21, Calvin Gant Jr. Looks like the Sting's appeals have paid off. And that moves the chains, which would have been a fourth and medium for the Sting, and is now a 1st and 10 at the Blitz 12-yard line. 18 goes in motion, shovel to number 20, and he goes nowhere as number 93 for the Blitz is down. Tyrone Saunders Jr. Tyrone Saunders has an assisted tackle and half of a sack today.
Sting fans are a little unhappy after that tackle. The Blitz player was trying to get up and his foot got caught in the face mask. I think that was unintentional.
Might have been. Saunders is up and he is heading to the bench right now. Shaking up on the play. Second and 11 for the Sting. Snap to McKinnon. There might have been a block in the back on the Sting, or a hold. I guess we don't know, but there is a flag. Complete pass anyway. So regardless, it'll be 3rd down. It just depends on where the ball is spotted. And it's number 64, Grimm, once again. The offender is in a hold on the Sting. Pardon me.
Grimm is a great player, just having a lot of mental mistakes here tonight. Might be the last play of the 3rd quarter here. 6 seconds left. 36-23 Sting.
And it is the end of the 3rd quarter here at the Odeon Sports and Expo Center in Villa Park, Illinois, as the Saginaw Sting lead the Chicago Blitz 36-20. You are watching AIF football right here on the Internet Digital Sports Network. Stay with us. And a performance by the Chicago Blitz dancers, who I believe are new this season. But they are a talented group of individuals.
Yeah, I don't remember them seeing them last year.
No. But they really add to the atmosphere here at the Odeon Sports and Expo Center. We needed the mascot, right?
We should really bring that to the front office's attention. I think that'd get the fans way much more into this.
We will make sure of that. But it is the start of the fourth and final quarter here in regulation.
You know what, Joe? Maybe you could be the mascot.
You know, I'm not that flexible. So I don't know if that's
the shot.
I guess so. 36-23, start of the fourth quarter. Saginaw is in the lead. And McKinnon is talking to the ref. Number 18 goes in motion. It's back to McKinnon. And just over the head of number 18 for the Saginaw Sting, Daryl Gooden. Tarver has had 6 receptions for 47 yards, but Gooden seems to be his target these past few plays. You have to say this quarter and this entire second half, really, the defenses for both sides have really done an impeccable job.
Has had a lot of great plays, but then shaky at times.
And full start on the Sting again. And McKinnon.
No, pushing back by.
That's what happens to the crowd. Continue on the down. Defense.
And Pescasio, even though he's not on the field right now, is making sure these fans are supporting their hometown team. 18, Gooden goes in motion. Snap to McKinnon. And a screen to number 20. Dodges a few players before eventually being wrapped up by a bevy of Blitz players. Led by number 19, Rod Harrington, who is right now down on the play. But I think he'll be back up. Maybe I got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. You have to say this is some real gridiron smash mouth football being played by these two teams right now. You can really sense the rivalry, sense the passion that in this game. You really can.
Big rivals. Blitz looking to counter last week's loss. Still got plenty of time. 13:50 left in the quarter.
And this rivalry didn't start last week. It in fact started last year when these two teams were members of the Continental Indoor Football League, which now ceases to exist.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big fourth down here. Get up!
Fourth and long for the Saginaw Sting.
Fourth and 12, ball on the 13-yard line. Big stop for the Blitz here.
This might be the biggest play of the game. Snap to McKinnon. Almost a sack. Touchdown, Saginaw.
Broken coverage by the Blitz, and yet another touchdown for the Sting by Tarver. Man, he is all over the place today.
42-23. And this game is sadly all but over. But I guess you can never count these Blitz out. You really can't. It can happen. And
there's still hope, Joe.
McIntosh is lining up for the PAT. Tarver is on the hold. Is up, and it is good. And the Sting are up by 20, 43-23 with 12 minutes and 40 seconds. You are watching AIF Indoor Football right here on the Internet Digital Sports Network. McIntosh lines up for as CJ Woodford and number 22. Sting are back to return the kick. And the ref blows the whistle. McIntosh on the kick. And it is a swib and will be returned by Woodford. The ball bounces over the head of Woodford. Woodford is taking it and makes a move. And stumbles at their own 16-yard line.
Good recovery there.
Tackle there by number 11 from the Sting. Austin Pichot. No. I apologize for any mispronunciations we have made thus far.
4 down territory going forward, unless it was just chip shot.
Coach Oliver has a big decision to make here. He needs to get points back as he's down by 20. The Blitz 14-yard line.
So Scott goes back in the backfield. That's good time for the Blitz.
It really is. 5 and 2. They throws it and then picked off by Jay Carter. And Carter is taking it and will take it to the house. Touchdown, Saginaw. And CJ Tarver makes another big play for the Sting as it is now 49-23. And barring a miracle, I would have to say this game is all but over.
Bad throw by Banks. He had plenty of running room to get outside the Tiger.
This is Banks' first start of the season as Kudaba has been starting.
But I don't think he has any jitters. I mean, I think the jitters should be over. It's just coming down to mental mistakes.
McIntosh should take it up, and it is good. 50-23. McIntosh has made phenomenal kicks thus far, as it is 50-23. Saginaw is up. You are watching AIF Indoor Football right here on the Internet Info Sports Network. And we are back here at the Auto Sports and Expo Center as the Sting kickoff 22 Joshua McIntosh will kick things off here. And the kick is another swib and goes to Woodford, who manages to catch it this time. And Woodford spins, but not before he is tackled by number 52 from the Sting. Number 52, who is apparently not on the roster. First and 10 for your Chicago Blitz. Ball will be on the Blitz 16-yard line. Up. Is there a flag? There was a penalty on the play. 10-yard penalty. It results in a first and 10 for the Blitz on the Saginaw 24-yard line. 5 and 2 in motion. Deflected by number 5 from the Sting. Number 5, Edison Bouchage.
Gonna play with a lot of momentum right now. Let's gotta get something happening.
Second down and 10 from the 24. 2 and 5 are in motion.
Bad read by Banks.
And it is third and long for the Chicago Blitz. And it is at midfield. Ball is at midfield.
3 receivers to the left.
5 on the line. 2 and 11 are in motion. The snap to Banks. The Castillo goes out. And Banks. A near one-handed catch by number 11 from the Blitz. David Brown, who's had a pretty solid game. But I guess not as you can
Little high on the pass there.
As you can tell from the score, which is 50-23. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Saginaw is up 50-23. It is 4th and 10. Ball is on the field. And this is an important play if the Blitz are even thinking about coming back. 5 and 2 are in motion, and it is off start on the Blitz. Number 2, Brian Booby Miles, the offender. That's going to push them back 5 yards, and you have to wonder if they are going to put Harshbarger in to just hit the ball away. But happening. You can't get your have to be aggressive, and that's exactly what they're doing. Banks is at quarterback still. Number 2, Booby Miles is in motion. Banks. Another near interception by C.J. Tarver. And the Blitz turned the ball over on down.
That might just wrap it up. 8 minutes left. I don't know if the Blitz got any more energy left in. Totally shell-shocked about what's happening right now.
I watched the Miracle on Ice movie yesterday, and the only way the Blitz are going to win this game is if they pull something off like the 1980 United States hockey team.
Well, I feel like that's a stretch, but anything's possible.
I feel like it's an unfair comparison to compare the Saginaw Sting to the Soviet Union, but what are you gonna do? Hand up to number 20 for Saginaw, and another flag on the play.
I mean, the Spain has shown athleticism like the Soviets in the movie. They've been all over the opponent.
The only thing they're lacking is the crimson and white.
And an ice cream.
And the lack of any Russian players. And a flag on the play. And they're moving the ball back 5 yards, implying that it is a penalty against the Sting. And the Sting has had a problem with penalties. 9 penalties for 62 yards.
Some interesting fact here. The Spain actually have some players that have went to some top collegiate schools in the country. Michigan State, Eastern Akron, Murray State, and Purdue.
Snap to McKinnon. Ball. That's deflected by number 21, Calvin James Jr. from the Chicago Blitz.
What about the Blitz? Where have some of those players want to come?
They have a lot of FBS talent on their team. Arizona, Kevin Morris, their linebacker, played at Arizona. Other talent, more played for Iowa State, Northern Iowa, Miami, Florida, the U, Baylor, Missouri, Iowa.
Gant Jr. is down right now. Gant Jr. is down.
That would just blow to the Blitz defense, as he has been a bright spot in an otherwise dismal effort from the Blitz.
Another bad thing going for the Blitz today.
But like all injuries, it lost him under his own power.
Looks to be limping a little bit. Might not return to this game. Probably won't. Best thing is just to stay for this game is pretty much out of reach.
7 minutes left in the ball game. 50-23 Saginaw. Ball is at midfield.
I don't know if your Team USA thing is going to hold out here, Joe. It was a good reference, though.
Well, thank you.
I tried.
Number 7, Alex Evans goes in motion. Under pressure, but Evans on a comeback. And number 93, Tyrone Saunders Jr. is very passionate right now, very heated. As it is 3rd down and 9. Ball is on the Blitz 19-yard line.
Some updates from some other Chicago teams. The Cubs lost today at Wrigley 5-3. The Blackhawks play tonight at 7:30, looking to go up 2-0 in their series.
And no one cares about the White Sox. But it is a mere sack on McKinnon, but he steps up in the pocket and misses his target, who is number 1, Braylon Crawford.
And tomorrow, the Bulls will be in clears for the second round of the NBA playoffs. That should be an interesting series. Yes, sir?
You have to think 2 evenly matched basketball teams, both in the same division, both have seen a lot of each other.
And Kevin Love's out too. Bad for the Cavs, good for the Bulls.
I guess so.
But back to the Blitz in the spin, as there's 5:25 left in the 4th quarter. Not looking good for the Blitz. Not looking good.
Snap to McKinnon. And a flag, most likely a pass interference call on number 24, Chris Muhammad, who played his college football at Southwestern Baptist University. 93, Tyrone Saunders is down. It appears to be winded a little bit.
Getting a little chippy as the score is one-sided here tonight.
You know, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
And it should be unsportsmanlike, and Toro loses out on this field today. You know, it's a better team.
53, Tyrone Saunders Jr. is having a word with the referees, and they are not having any of it.
Having to be separated from the refs by
And are we
number
going to see
13
a
and the
potential?
defensive coordinator.
Are we going to see an ejection possibly? Illegal block for number 24 from the thing. Muhammad. On sports 93, Tyrone Saunders Jr. has been ejected from the ball game. And he is not happy.
Just makes matters worse for the Blitz.
Number 64.
And coming up after the game,
Albano is coming in for the Blitz.
Get your autograph.
As Tyrone Saunders
Keep your autograph.
He is not going out, and Coach O is going to have to escort him off the field.
He comes out in a fury
And slams his helmet down in frustration. Again, you can understand it, but you cannot excuse it. And this ball game is getting out of hand very, very quickly.
That is an ejection and 2 flags on him.
And is Coach O, will Coach Albert face a similar fate? We have to say no.
He looks to be safe. At least that's a positive. Don't want to lose the coach.
And number 13, Mitchell Moore needs to launch him out.
Coach Oliver is not done with the refs either.
No, he is.
He is yakking away.
He is voicing.
Also after the game, you will be drawing for the Blitz 50-50 raffle and the Blitz.
Slams
Thank
the
you for
door
walking around.
in frustration.
We have $122 for the winner of
The Blitz
50-50 raffle. Put
The
them
Blitz
right
we
after
have
the
today.
game. Keep
But there's
around.
no reason
Keep
to have
playing
to
on screen.
be chirping at the refs. That just puts out a bad reputation.
Essentially ends the game. 5 minutes left. And Saginaw, who has been phenomenal on all facets of their offense, is now inside the 5-yard line.
The Blitz will play their next game here on May 16th for at 7 p.m. It's 80s night. Joe, got any costume ideas?
And it appears they've taken number 9, McKinnon, out of the ball game, trying to preserve him for the rest of the season. Understandable.
Joe, will you be in any 80s attire?
I plan on it. I very much plan on it.
We should match.
We really, really should. My hair doesn't really hold well with most of the 80s hairstyles.
Yeah, you can do what you can.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hopefully
Back to the action. Number 20 is in that quarterback, and the QB in for the touchdown. And you can tell the fans are now exiting as 3 Blitz fans are walking down the steps and most likely out of the arena. 56-23 is your score with 3:30 left in the ball game. And McIntosh is set up for the kick. And no surprise here, McIntosh drills it through the upright. 57-23. And the Blitz are getting absolutely manhandled right now. There is no
Another reminder here, next home game, May 16th.
This was the first game of the season without their starting quarterback, Tommy Kuba.
Great music.
First start for Banks. You know, he's going to be able to take off the backdrop, but I didn't think it'd be that
I guess revenge is not so sweet for the Chicago Blitz. As it appears they're ready to walk.
I was pretty pumped up for this game because I thought the Blitz would take it to him, but
as were most of the fans of England. All right, McIntosh lines up for the kick, and he is drilling that.
almost gets the 1 point.
Gets the single. He's already gotten one of those tonight. And an update on Calvin Gant Jr. He has suffered a hamstring injury and obviously will not be returning to the ball game today.
Hopefully he can be healthy for next game because he's working that defense.
You can hear all the games live at SportsTalkChicago.com/listen. Listen to the Chicago Blitz next week as they travel back to Cleveland for Cleveland versus Blitz right there on Sports Talk Chicago, the Illinois Center for Broadcast.
And as you heard, you can listen to next week's away game against the Cleveland Saints on Sports Town Chicago as Banks. And number 1 slams into the boards, and he is down. Anthony Hughes, his helmet, his entire body full speed, just ramming into the board, and he is down. And is clearly in pain as he is shaken up on the play.
Just an overall bad day for the Blitz.
Yeah,
2:24 left. They're hopefully getting out of this one with no more injuries.
You have to admire the perseverance of the Blitz. But Hughes is up.
There is some support by the fans,
And is walking,
the ones that are still left.
and is walking under his own power here.
Fans continue to exit the arena as they have come to see their Blitz just get pounded by the Saginaw Saints for the second week in a row.
with this loss, this drops the Blitz to 4-2 on the season.
Still not a bad record.
Not a bad record. We don't know how this is going to affect the standings. The York Capitals are currently on top of the AIF standings.
Cable access will have it on
This is going to
YouTube channel. This week you can watch this game on our YouTube channel.
and you can hear some fans
I don't want to rewatch it.
said, I don't want to rewatch it, and, well, can you blame them?
Nah, you really can't. I mean, they got the Blackhawks to watch tonight anyway, so.
Incomplete pass, third down, and medium.
As we look at this blowout, is there any positives that we can take away from this?
In the beginning, their defense, the Blitz, was pretty sharp, we have to say. But again, towards the end, injuries and emotions really took the better of the Blitz.
One of my positives for the game has to be this O-line protection. You know, it's been there basically all night. You know, a couple flaws here and there, but it's
Deflection from the number 4. We'd like to make some shout-outs to some sponsors of the Chicago Blitz. Crazy Pour Sports Bar. You can join the Blitz after today's game. I wouldn't recommend that. That is at 105 East North Avenue in Villa Park. The team positions of the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Bulls are also the team positions of the Chicago Blitz Midwest Orthopedics at Rush Hospital. And the Blitz gets to every away game courtesy of Windy City Limousine, the official ground transportation of the Chicago Blitz. You can listen to these games live, as previously mentioned, on sportstownchicago.com. You can listen to the away games and the home games. You can also watch these games live here on IDSN. And if you are in the Villa Park area, you can watch these games live on your television, courtesy of Television Villa Park style. We'd also like to thank the Villa Park Chamber of Commerce, Pyramid Pizzeria and Sports Bar, Safari Child Care, Ducat Chiropractic, the Holiday Inn of Chicago, plus Precision Payroll of America, Novacare Rehabilitation, Bass Planet, and the British Swim School.
And remember, we are the Internet Digital Sports Network, where you can catch every Blitz home game live here on IDSN.
You can also buy your Blitz gear at A3 Decorated Apparel. Make sure you Google A3 Decorated Apparel and get your Blitz swag.
51 seconds left, turnover on down, and looks like it will be a kneel down.
And you have to guess they are going to just take a knee here. I think anyway, they're just going to take a knee here. Really, watching the game online is great, but there's really no comparison to coming down here to the Ocean Sports Expo Center. With the fans, at least at the beginning of the game, we're really emphatic. The dancers are here.
Good food, family action, family fun. Why wouldn't you come down here to the Odeum Expo Center?
There's not much entertainment. That's going to be cheaper. And number 11, Rock. Number 24, number 11, Austin Pichotno.
The backup QB has replaced starter Arthur McKenna for the last drive of this game. Finless still looks to be aggressive and want to get another score here.
But there's a flag on the play. A lot of flags, a lot of penalties. And it is a false start on the Sting. Remember to follow the Chicago Blitz on Twitter at the Chicago Blitz. You can also follow the Saginaw Sting on Twitter at the Saginaw Sting.
Remember to also like IDSN and follow them on Twitter for updates on IDSN, the Blitz, and other teams around the area.
Make sure you follow IDSN at Go IDSN. And 45 seconds left. First and long for the Blitz and for the Sting, pardon me. And it appears that number 19 for the Blitz, Raw Harrington, who has been a bright spot, is down and is favoring that right ankle of his.
I'd say the ref just call the game. I mean, this is really...
You would appreciate it, but it will not. And the training staff is surrounding him. But it appears he is not in too bad of pain.
Getting up under his own power.
And you have to appreciate the resilience and perseverance and the toughness of the Chicago Blitz players. Ryan Pascascio returns into the game. They playing on defense.
Really tinted visor. It goes pretty along with the green.
Yeah, you really can't miss some of these Blitz players.
From green to yellow spat.
Make sure you stay with us after the game as we point out our players of the game for both teams and some post-game analysis.
.34 seconds left in the fourth. 57-23 Sting. Just a complete blowout.
And a bobble snap. And Pascascio. Nothing doing for number 11 for the Saginaw Sting. For some reason, they are not taking a knee. They're continuing to drive it, and it appears that the Saginaw Sting are walking away, ending the ball game. Your final score here: Saginaw Sting 57, Chicago Blitz 23. Saginaw Sting improves to 3-2 on the season, and the Blitz fall
If you want to be on the field, we have a couple minutes.
We'll be right back for full-game analysis. AIF football, the Internet Digital Sports Network. Stay with us.
We'll get you guys back on the field for meet and greet. Make sure you grab your
When we're here next time, I'm going to be here an hour early with 2 extra takes.
Sounds good.
You guys are awesome to do your play-by-play. Unprepared to do it today. And switching this around. And I said so on our closing remarks that you guys did a great job. What I can do is get you the clean copy, if you wish, and then you can do a broadcast.
All right.
Is that perfect? Okay, and then next time, what happens is on the firewire cables, they're a hollow shell.
Yeah.
Okay, and it gets bent, and I bust it.
Okay.
Trying to bend it.
Yeah.
So, and the other one's out of service. So I got it. No. Shit happens.
That's right.
And then you gotta do all the work.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let me start. And for those of you who are still with us, this is Chicago Blitz post game live. My name is Joe Pecoraro, alongside my friend and colleague Thomas Gibbons. And Thomas, do you have any stats for us?
I do, Joe. First down, Stain, 14. Blitz, 10. Rush yards for the Blitz, 14 for -3. 11 for 27 for the Stain. Pass yards, 127 for the Blitz. And Saginaw, 135.
You have to, and one thing that really sticks out to me are the penalty yards that each team approved. Saginaw had 10 penalties, which resulted in 67 yards, and Chicago had 6 penalties for 45 yards. And another thing that kind of sticks out to me are the possession time. The Blitz happened to have more possession time by about 4 minutes, 31-17 to 28-43. There was really a, I mean, if you just look at the numbers, the stats anyway, I mean, you would think that the Blitz might have squeaked by, or you think that the game might have been a little closer, but it really wasn't with their final score. The Saginaw staying at 15-7 with the Chicago Blitz 23.
The stat that really jumped out at me was the rush yards by the Blitz, 14 attempts for -3. Brian Scottsdale just couldn't get it going today, and that was a big factor for the Blitz.
And while typically indoor football is definitely a pass-heavy game, it's a more high octane.
Still needs a run game to support it.
And the Blitz have been known throughout this league for their run game. I mean, Piscasio has been a phenomenal runner this entire season, and I guess he just could not get it working tonight.
And Piscasio finished with 3 attempts for -3 yards in the backfield.
You have to think that the lackluster performance of the Blitz might have been a result of by the quarterbacking play from Dominique Banks. He's playing under the leadership of Tommy Kutubo, who is experienced in a variety of football leagues, ranging from Finland to Brazil to college games. You have to think that losing him just on a whim like that, it does a lot to your morale negatively.
Dominic
Please,
Banks
fans, this is great to see these closings. They'll blow out hot dogs and pizza, 2 for 1 while it lasts. 2 for 1 hot dogs and pizza at the concession stands while it lasts.
Dominic Banks finished with 2 interceptions and 130 yards.
That's not going to cut it in indoor football. 130 yards. I mean, that'll barely cut it in outdoor football, and that is a lot more split down the middle. I mean, there are just a lot of performances today that the Blitz just could not do. Now let's go to the Sting and see how they did.
DJ Tarver, man, what an athlete. 7 catches for 60 yards, and he had a couple short. He was the main producer for the Sting today.
On top of that, he also returned an interception for 60. He had 2 interceptions for 63 yards, which is actually more than his offensive total. He also scored on one of his interceptions. Right now, there are some autograph signings happening down on the field, and a favorite autograph getter is one of the only female football players in football history, in Julie Hartsbarger, who was the Special Teams Player of the Year last year in the Continental Indoor Football League, which if you were with us, you've heard us talk about.
There's another interesting stat besides just what was on the field. The game was 2 hours, 27 minutes, and attendance was 245. You know, it wasn't a bad crowd. I mean, the fans got into it a little bit, but
there
it
were
died down near the end.
There weren't a lot of fans, but man, did they make an impact. And even though the score does not show it, the first half was a lot closer than the second. And when the fans left, the Blitz kind of lost it. You can see how much of an impact the fans have, especially in the North of us. And the pads are being taken down, and now we're going to share with you our players of the game. For Saginaw, the obvious pick is DJ Tarver, 7 receptions for 60 yards and a couple of scores. And DJ Tarver again had 2 interceptions for 63 yards and a interception return.
He was fun to watch.
He really was. He's such an energetic player. And
but we got a better athlete in Brian Pascasio, don't we?
We really do, but he just did not show up today. And it's hard to really pick out a player for the Blitz, considering not many did a whole lot. But if you have to pick one, you're going to have to pick Chris Muhammad, who is he has 6 tackles today, and he's a defensive back. Their defensive back play was very, very good, even though the score might not show it. There were a lot of short passes that resulted in a lot.
If I remember, the team had a lot of, a couple bubble screens here and there, and they, got some big yards out of it due to, blocking downfield.
But football is a team sport, and there really was just not a team effort here by the Blitz, and the Saginaw team just seems to dominate the Blitz on all levels, including special teams, which is a little odd.
The Blitz next game is against the Cleveland Saints.
That is before a home game back here at the Odeum against the Atlanta Sharks, who are going to be traveling quite a distance from their home to Atlanta. It's 80s night. So that should be a blast. That really should. The scoring breakdown by the quarters, it was Saginaw was up 14-0 in the first, and then a little closer in the second and third in the middle, 14-11 in the second, and then the Blitz actually scored more than the Sting in the third, 12-7, and that's where the comeback might have started if there weren't so many injuries and so many penalties, turnovers that really slows the Blitz roll a lot of the time. And then in the fourth quarter, injuries and exhaustion set in, and Sting scored 21. It was a lot closer than the scoreline.
United States. So for the next game, hopefully the Blitz can get healthy. They can get used to this offense a little more, and this team can come out with hopefully hungry next game, because on a 2-game losing streak, they got to keep up in the standings.
They're playing the Saints next week, and they have done very well against the Saints. These past 2 times they played, they're undefeated, and they've only allowed a minimal amount of
last game on the April 4th, it was just blowout.
It really was, and if you were watching it with us here at IDSN, you saw the great commentary of Kyle Fish and Al Sack, and if you are in the Villa Park area, you can watch the Blitz live on your television by tuning in to your government access, which is Channel 6.
Kevin,
Comcast Xfinity.
Kevin and Al
999.
Stash are part of the TV Villa Park South, and they really do a great job here, and they're great partners to have.
They really, really are.
As a reminder, you'll be able to watch the replay of this game. I don't know what you might be watching, but still be a supporter of the Blitz and tune into the YouTube channel later this week for the replay of this game.
For all of us here at the Odeon Sports and Expo Center, my name is Joe Pecoraro,
My name is Thomas Gibbons.
and we would like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast or stream of the Chicago Blitz AIF football.
Again, the final score, 57-23. The Saginaw Stain with the victory. Good night, everybody.